More difficult equations simply involve additional steps. In order to get the steps in the correct order, we need to learn the order to solve. First, we're going to undo subtraction and addition. If you look at example 1, we're going to focus on the side with the x. So on this side with x, I see a 3 that's multiplying the x, and I see a 5 that's adding. We're going to undo the addition first. I'm only focusing on the side with the x because remember our goal is to get the x by itself or isolate the x. We're subtracting 5 on both sides. And this process is very similar to a one-step equation in that you're always doing the inverse operation. We're doing the inverse operation of multiplication next, and we end up with 1x, or just x, is equal to -2. I like to make my answer neat and clear since we're going to be doing more writing. And it's also important as we add additional steps to make sure to check our work. So let's substitute our answer back into the problem and make sure that we get the same value on both sides of the equation. -6 plus 5 equals -1. Yes, this is true. The left side equals -1, the right side equals -1. Both sides are equal. So first we looked for subtraction or addition, and then we looked for division or multiplication. Our next equation looks different, but it's going to use exactly the same solving order. First, I divide up the equation at the equal sign. I focus on the side with the x, and I look for the numbers that are with the x that need to be undone. We have one number that's dividing and another that is subtracting. I know that I need to do the subtraction first, and so I use the inverse of subtraction and add 4 to both sides. These numbers become 0. X is still being divided, and that value is equal to -2. Our second inverse operation happens just like if this was a division problem all by itself. We end up with x is equal to +6. Notice how each step is very similar to the solving process you've already learned. Likewise, our substitution is the exact same process. The only thing is, in our substitution, we're always going to follow the order of operations now that we're doing math. But our solving process is the reverse. We're undoing to get x by itself, so we use the opposite order of operations to choose our solving order. So we have -2 minus 4. I did the division before the subtraction. This follows the order of operations. And then when I go to check my next problem, or to begin solving my next problem, I'm using the opposite of the order of operations. This last one can be a little tricky because we have this 8 in front and the -2. It looks like the -2 is subtracting, but actually, the -2 is multiplying the x. We have to remember there's no symbol between the 2 and the x, so it's multiplication. The 8, however, is a constant. It's out being added in a way, because remember, I could flip-flop these two around and have -2x plus 8 equals -4. If that helps clarify our solving order, we can reverse the 2. Now I know that I need to do subtraction to undo the addition. -2x is equal to -12. And division is our second step. We end up with x is equal to +6. So if you're not sure what the order is, you might want to create an equivalent equation.